Hello, my name is Jeremy Castro, and today I'm going to be teaching you a few things about the keyboard and about music. Today we're going to learn particularly about playing in the key of C. Now, as we look at the keyboard here, I'm going to have you notice that there's a pattern on what's called the black keys here. If you ever notice, it goes 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So, essentially, there's 12 what they call intervals, and music, which is there's 12 different sounds, essentially that make up music, and so you can hear each one of the tones here. And today we're talking about particularly C. And C, you could always find where the pattern starts, where the 2 on the black is right in front on the white, the first white key in front of the 2 black keys. No matter where you go on the keyboard, you're going to get that same note. Now, they're going to have a different sound, or rather a different pitch, because they're called different octaves. Now, a scale is what most music and melodies are wrote with. Most music will have a chord and a scale that goes over it. So, a typical scale, the major scale, you'll have, it's right here when in the key of C is all the white keys. Now, a major scale has more of a bright and uplifting tone compared to the minor, which I'll get to after a little bit. But essentially, there's 8 notes in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, how you construct a chord, particularly a major triad is what it's called. You'll have what's called the root, the third, and the fifth. And you can play that at any octave. In general, whenever you have a certain chord playing, like the major chord C, the major scale could be played over that chord. Say another instrument is playing this chord. You could do a melody over. Now, they also have a lot of these keyboards will have like an accompaniment to where just to kind of briefly show you what it's like when the C chord is being played. And of course, they have the extra accompaniment with the rhythm and the bass and things like that. But now that we've kind of explored briefly on the major sound, now we're gonna translate it to minor now, and we're gonna keep in the key of C. Now, we've gone over the triad of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the root, the third, and the fifth of a major scale. Now, to make a minor, you're going to what's called flat, the third, the third degree. And now that it's going to give it more of a sadder or more emotional tone. And now there's a scale that coordinates to that as well. Well, now we're starting to use the black keys, see, and because in the minor scale, the rule here is you'll flatten the third, flatten the sixth, and flatten the seventh, and that would give it a more harmonious tone in the scale, in the minor scale. Let's see what it sounds like when we have the accompaniment when it's actually a minor tone. Minor. Just for example. And now that was an upbeat kind of accompaniment, but it still had that sound of emotion. It still had that minor tone to it. Now, the funny thing is that they're actually very complementary. The two, major and minor, are very complementary with each other. You can see the now every single one of these notes have a coordinating chord and scale with it. No, so that's where you get the keys from. Say I wanted to, where this is C, but let's say I wanted to do the key of A, right? A, 1, 2, 3. That's A minor, but an A major would be root, third, and the fifth. Now, there's a certain pattern beyond. It's really easy doing the C because the C major, because you don't have to use any of the black keys, right? Because you'll have the a whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone, half tone. Hey, I should have wrote this out, but if you really want that information, you could look online. But it's whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone. That's the recipe or the formula for a major scale, and you can start anywhere with that same scale, and it's gonna have that major tone, that happy tone. We'll start just randomly right here, which is what's called an A sharp. That's called an A sharp major. Let's go ahead and do an A major. There's an A chord. But how about that A minor chord instead? If you see now, I'm using all white keys again. So what the main purpose of this video, what I'm teaching today, is that there's always a coordination between the major and minor. There's always a relative, if you would. So the relative to C major is A minor. As you can see with the minor scale, right, which is a little set up a little differently, is a whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone. Or when it sounds together quickly. And of course, again, the easiest minor scale you'll find would be the A minor, because of the fact that you don't have to use the black keys. Very simple to find. If you need to remember, hey, how do I get that minor tone? You start at A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. But if you start at the C, it'll sound major. C, D, E, F, G, B, A. I mean C. Sorry. Anyways, so there's a definite how you make a triad. There's how you make a scale, both in a major and in a minor as well, and also that the two relate. And also, one more time, here's how it sounds when you have an accompaniment. We're gonna go ahead and change the rhythm up. How about a love ballad? There you go. That should sound pretty good. And we're gonna do that in an A minor. I'll slow it down a little bit. Well, I thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, just go ahead and get my information, and I'd be more than happy to continue to teach you in this respect. But thank you for listening, and you guys have a wonderful day.